So welcome, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to officially the first episode of Career Mode. I know it's taken a bit of time, but I wanted to get the settings right. I know I was meant to stream yesterday. I apologize. My back is still kind of playing up. I forgot Man United were playing, and they were playing in the middle of the day, at like 2 o'clock over here in Florida, so it kind of messed things up. And then I was having problems with FIFA on the PC version and all these things. But anyway, I've managed to lock it now at a steady 60 frames. Some of the cutscenes now, I'm getting like 45, even 50 at times, so it does look a bit better. But we'll do what we can. Now, before we dive into this, as I said, is going to be before... I'm hoping the most realistic career mode you're going to get on YouTube. As in, we're playing with all manual. Apart from crossing, I'm putting that on semi. This is going to be a massive learning curve. I'm going to probably start on world class because I'm more worried about getting fired and sacked after a few matches if we can't do anything, and that would just be no fun. So we'll start on world class, manual football games, bit of fun. If it becomes too easy, we can always crank it up as well. And if it becomes too easy, we can always change the sliders if needed. So that's the game plan. Today, we're going to kind of just get things going. We're using, obviously, Eric Ten Hag. It doesn't look anything like him because they don't have the license. So if you look at someone like Arteta, no license in the game for Arsenal, technically, because it's on eFootball, you can see he looks like me dad, to be honest. That actually does look like me dad, but a little bit younger. The other ones actually look legit. Graham Potter, Frank Lampard, because, you know, they're obviously proper licensed folks. But anyway, we're just going to use Ten Hag. I'm not really going to worry too much about his outfit because I couldn't give a monkey's. And yes, we're going to be going for this. We've got domestic success is high, continental success is high, brand exposure is critical, financial not too worried about as we have the funds, and obviously youth development as well is critical. So yes, we'll do world class. We're going to make these 5-minute halves, so it's not terribly long, but still enough to give us some chances. We're going to stick this on sterling pounds, enable the competitions, disable that. I'm going to make it strict when it comes to negotiations. We'll enable this, but we will disable the opening transfer window, right? If we're going to keep this realistic, there cannot be any transfers in the opening window. What you're going to see in this episode is me just going through things and getting things set up. Probably a game or two. I don't have a lot of time today, but this is just purely me getting things going so we can start cracking things off.
Without further delay, we are pleased to introduce your new manager.
We are pleased to introduce the new manager. All right, here we go. There he is. Yes, the two-touch. The team. We are going to play as a team. I should do the interviews as Ten Hag. I'm not bad at accents if I listen to people and then I reenact them right away. But if I don't listen to someone for a while, yeah, my accents are all over the place. Right, what should we go for here? Asian Elite Cup, just for, you know, a little bit more prize money. I think we might do the Asian Cup. We got some decent teams in there, apart from the old lithium battery. Who's that? Lithium? Interesting. Yeah, we'll go for that. We'll do the Asian Elite Cup to start things off and running. Now, I will say the biggest problem with me, I want to go through all these training drills, but I don't want to bore you guys with me going over every setting, right? Because the sharpness is very key. If your players aren't sharp in the match, you're going to notice that, and they're going to play a little bit more pants than they probably would normally. But the issue with me playing on full manual is the controls are all full manual in the training drills. So some of these are going to be a lot harder than they should be, but I'm going to quickly go through them. And I'll be back in a sec, because I got to do this. And it's boring as hell, but I need to do it. And once we do it once, we get an A grade or a B grade, then we can just sim them. Here we go. Alrighty, we had an excellent training day, folks. We A'd all the way, so that'll do nicely. As you can see, the sharpness right now, the boys do feel a bit off because the sharpness isn't there, right? It's only at 60, whatever. So, yeah, as that starts evolving, the players will feel a little bit more sexy-like. Now, when it comes to transfers, yeah, we'll wait till January time. You guys can start, you know, letting me know what type of players you think United would bring in. Although, you know, we're going to keep it realistic, so we'll see what United do in the real world. You know, if they start buying players, then, of course, we'll do the same. Right, another training drill. Let's go ahead and get these done. I say, I don't enjoy doing these because I've done them, and it's the problem. You've got to go through every single drill because you do need to get the best rating, but it just takes time. Right, I'll see you in a sec. All right, we've got another selection of A's. We're still going. God, Man United's playing shortly, and I'm running out of time, folks. But yeah, we managed to get the out-of-shot box one's a tough one, but I find if you do power shots with timed finishing correctly, half the time the ball just fires into the back. Honestly, I love the net physics, and the net physics in this game are mind-blowing. Put it on tight. Toy it like a toy game. It's so much better. I tried loose. Nah. You want something nice and tight. That's what we're looking for, folks. All right, back to the training day. Here we go again. All right, well, we only got a B in one of them. I couldn't be arsed with the whole timed lob through pass. It was such a... playing on manual here, so... And you can't actually go in here and change the settings. I'd have to go out, put it on assisted. No, we're fine. I've got to learn manual controls, so we're going to stick with it. There's just a lot of training at the start of this because we're not buying any players. And we're just kind of starting, you know, really from the start of the season. So there's the Asian Elite Cup. We'll get into that. I don't know how much gameplay is going to be in this video. As I said, Man United's playing shortly, so I might just play the first game, and then the next episode we'll finish off the preseason, and then we'll kick off. I need a little bit of a warm-up, folks. You're going to have to bear with me as we get through this, but it will be constant. We will just keep playing games, and this is going to be, you know, most of my channel is going to be focusing on the career mode. All right, Youth Academy. Yeah, we'll definitely look at the youth players as well later on, no doubt about it. All right, more training. Let's get into it. We won't have to worry about the dribbling maze, but we'll do the other two, and we'll return. All right, folks, so we're finally getting to a match. All right, so we're going to have one match just to get this going. At least then I've got it going. That's my biggest thing. I can't get things going, so at least if we get it going, hey. So we're going to take on the Bayer Leverkusen for this one. In this pre-season. Like I said, then we'll play a couple of matches in the next one. Then we'll get into the start of the season and start plodding along. There is Mr. Dybala, who of course went to Roma from Juventus. So this is the settings we are playing on, just to clarify for those that are wondering. Yes, it's going to be a much slower pace. And, you know, I don't know how this is going to go. Like I said, if you don't like realism, this playthrough won't be for you. But in turn, hopefully, you know, the matches will be good fun, and, you know, we'll see some progression and some growth. So there is all the settings. Game speed on default. I still think this is the best way. I've tried slow, but it's something wrong with the AI. They don't close you down enough. And even on world class, if you put it on default, it's still going to be a bit of a challenge. When it comes to the actual sliders, I've slowed things right down. We're playing on 15 sprint speed, 50 acceleration. Shot error for me is 55. Now, I am playing on manual, take that into account, but if you do put pass error on like 50, you never see any bobbling with the ball. I know we're on manual, but I still would like the ball to sometimes bobble and sometimes not. So if you put this on 50, you won't see that. I've bumped it up to 65. Shot speed, a little bit of an increase at 52. Pass speed, I like to keep down at 35, maybe even 30, because the game is fast at times, and you don't need it that quick. Injury and all that stuff is there. Goalkeeping, we got at 60 now, 70 on the marking. The difference from last time, folks, is I think line height is now 55 instead of 70, which condenses the field a little bit more. And then you got line width of 48, 45 for fullback positioning, 60. I like to have 60 on the power bar. I like a little bit more. That's all preference, personal preference. But if you're playing on manual, you don't want to be holding the button down too long. And then 85 on the touch error. It's the same for the CPU regarding the bottom settings, but at the top, I've got shot error at 65, pass error at 65. If they keep missing everything, then we can always change this. I mean, we are on world class, so we'll see. That might be too high, but, you know, I'm going from Mat 10 sliders. 52 shot speed again, and all these are exactly the same as what we have as the user. And there we go. That's it. Right, let's dive into this. So we are going to be playing our first match, taking on the Bayer Leverkusen. We could do a quick sim, but I'm not going to do that because I want you guys to see the gameplay and let me know if you think this is something that you would enjoy watching at a more realistic type pace. So, changes that need to be done. First of all, Eriksen needs to be as a centre mid, otherwise the game doesn't like it. We're going to switch in Casemiro. Anthony as well. I think we're going to have to play more of a 4-3-3, to be honest. I think you got to do it with Manchester United. As you can see, the sharpness is Terrible for Maguire, no surprise. Ronaldo's on a 65 sharpness. Rashford's up on a 90. So I think we'll roll with this to start with. And we can always make changes. And, the younger players, they're going to get a chance at some point. But first, we've got to find our feet. We could let's do... Well, no, Martial's sharpness is absolutely woeful right now. So he probably shouldn't even bother. When it comes to playing... I don't like possession. I feel like possession, all that happens is everyone congregates into a really small space, and playing football is quite hard. So, you don't want that. Let's do press after possession loss. We'll play a little bit of a higher line, a little bit more width there, and go from there. All this stuff I do need to go in here and play around with, but as I said, Man United is playing. I've got to get this going, and I got to do a quick match. I do want to get this series just rolling, so that will do. That will do. All right, I'll see you guys in the game. Let's see how we play. The first match of the preseason is about to begin. All right, so here we go, folks. We are at Union Park Stadium. What a whopper. And it is very, very cloudy. But yeah, we're going to dive right into it. There's no introductions for the preseason, but here is the first match for you guys to see Manchester United in all their glory. And hopefully we can perform this season. But it's going to be a tall order. The reason why I've gone for world class is because, no, I do not want to get fired after the first 5 seconds. Nice play there. And, if it becomes too easy, like I said, we'll mix it up, we'll change it up. Anyway, here comes Anthony, and this is an opening chance, Square it back, and that could have been 1-0 in the blink of an eye. 4 minutes played. Keep going, United. I mean, maybe I should show you my settings. Have I showed you my settings? Just to prove that I'm not lying to you. We'll do that when the ball goes off, actually. Anyway, here is Wirtz with a chance. Well played, Martinez. Hopefully our defending is what is going to save us, to be honest. But you can see the movement, because we're telling the lads to get... well, there's the proof in the pudding. Terrible pass. But because we're doing forward runs, we're going to see a lot more movement. A lot more movement from the team. Oh, here we go. Chance for Bayer Leverkusen, who are starting off pretty well. Casemiro. No, Cassie, don't be doing that. There you plum. That's all right. It's pre-season. We'll get the rubbishness out the way. That was my own fault, wasn't it? It was Casemiro's fault, to be honest. And the Leverkusen fans go wild. Right here, this was the pass. It's an absolute shocker. And you can see it's a lot smoother. We're getting nearly 60 frames now on the replays in the top left. And yes, players still skate all over the shop. I know, it's still there. It's still FIFA-esque physics. And Ten Hag, he can't believe it. I cannot believe it. All right, very quickly, just to show you. So I'm only doing this once, and then, we bash through the next episode. Manual through pass assistance. I don't know why time finishing was on. I have a feeling I want to turn this off, to be honest, for the time being, while we're learning the ropes. This kid, why do they never save? I swear, I saved this stuff, and it never wants to save. I think I'm going to go play a relative again. I've been kind of mixing and matching, and I don't know. But everything else is on manual, apart from a cross assistance, because it doesn't really work. It's kind of broken. But there we have it. That's the settings we are on. All right, let's get back into the action. At least we have a goal, and that's what I want. I do want some goals, of course. Everyone wants to have some goals. One thing I'm going to have to use a lot more, and I know someone mentioned it, is I don't use enough of the different variations. You know why? Because I'm a PES fan, and in PES, there's like 2 ways to pass the ball, and that's it. In FIFA, oh, there's a selection. All right, here we go. It's not a bad little ball, But yeah, we've got low drill, pass, and everything. There's a ton of ways. Ref, is a foul going to be given there? No. Oh, he has given a foul. Ooh. But regarding penalties as well and handballs, we're playing with handballs on, all right, but no penalties because they were getting a little bit ridiculous. And this is a beautiful shot. Look at Eriksen there. That does look absolutely gorgeous. All right, do we go Eriksen? Do we go Bruno? I don't know. Right, move the camera. Yes. Add the spin. Yes. Do the business. 100%. All right, let's see. Do we want to... I mean, how much bend do we want on this? The thing is, the ball is going to bend a lot. Probably about there. Let's see what we can do. It is going to be Eriksen, and that is absolutely woeful. We won't be doing that again. Come on, lads. Keep up with him. Yeah, I've got to put more pepper on the pass. And once we start playing this game every day, if I'm not improving, then I probably should retire. Anyway, here is a chance for Schick. Oh, I remember Schick. Bought him for my Man United playthrough in the Master League. Right, Ericsson, here we go. Well, there is space out. What? I might just have a Mexican wave instead. What on earth was that? That's where this... That's where this game is comedy gold. And the FIFA physics-ness is just hilarious at times. Don't ever power a pass that long. Blimey. But yeah, if you got any tips, tricks, anything, let me know in the comments. I always read them. I don't always reply, but I always read the comments and take stuff into account. All right, come on, lads. But as you can see, I think this is respectable right now. This is what we're going to play with on world class. It's not too ridiculous. And I think it's definitely going to give us somewhat of a challenge the more and more we play it. Right now, we are looking pathetic, but to be honest with you, you know, Ten Hag's a new manager. He hasn't seen the boys play, and sometimes it does take a bit of time to get things going. Well done, Bruno. Flick it on. Oh, he's missed it. Right, Anthony. Cut back, well done. Square it, beautiful. Give it back to him. There we go. And there is space out wide here for Rashford. Well, you might as well have a shot, son. Well, I don't know what the goalie's doing, but we'll take it. Woo! Marcus Rashford on the score sheet. He's had a really good start to the season. In the real world, Martial as well. They've both been scoring. And that's what we'll like to see. Yeah. I don't know what the goalie's doing. I mean, I really think the goalie should do better there. I mean, you got the goalies on what, 60? I mean, there's a bit more shot power. There wasn't tons of power in this. There was a little bit of swerve, but yeah, the goalie, I really don't know. What on earth he's playing at. Get forward, Malacia. Go on. You see, you got to play... Luckily, Bayer Leverkusen gave it right back to us. Casemiro, little ball over the top. Lovely pass. Anthony, I think he's going to be a very key player for us. But yeah, as you can see, we'll see what the AI do defending-wise. Because we can always adjust the error as well. You know, passing error, shooting error. Even the sprint speed. And that's what I like about FIFA. Konami, you know, putting in the sliders, it's not always the greatest thing to do, but to have the ability to slow the game down with the sprint speed alone can change the game completely. Playing on 50-50 is way too fast for my liking, but, you know, once again, it's all personal preference, and at least we have the option to change them. Right, Varane, I was going to try that. I was going to try it, didn't work out. Here is Tar. I love to say tar all the time. It's a very British thing to do, as you guys would know. All right, here we go. Baker does feed it up the line, gets it back again, squares it inside. Hudson-Odoi. What's he doing there? Get that out. That'll do. Just clear it away, lads. 1 minute till the break. Yeah, one thing that people have been stating is that AI don't really cross. And it's weird. I see some teams crossing a lot more than others. And other teams, they don't cross at all. So... EA, definitely something to look at. Anyway, there's half-time. It is one apiece. Marcus Rashford on the score sheet. Some debatable goalkeeping. But let's get into the second half. All right, something else I noticed, and I'm sure this is a bug. Let me know. I'm sure it is, right? Because why would... Have you noticed every single player, once you get into the game, has a sharpness of -1? I'm hoping that isn't the case, because that would be very worrying. But yeah, every single player, and the morale is also unknown. I don't know if that's just because we've just started a career, but there's no way that everyone's sharpness should be a -1. So is that a bug? I think so. All right, here we go. Second half out the way. I don't know what I was going to say there. I was going to say off, and then I mixed it up. All right, here we go. Let's see what we can do in the second half. Maybe try and possess a little bit more. I'll tell you what, that switch is on. That wasn't exactly where I was aiming, but, you know, we'll take it. Casemiro, what are you on, mate? All right, Anthony. Now, remember, when career mode, you know, the gameplay probably will be slightly different to playing just regular because of the sharpness and the morale and how players are a little bit more pants when the sharpness isn't there. So it's going to take you a few games to really see the difference. That's a nice little challenge. Frimpong not having any of it, and he's fed that one up the line beautifully. Here is Diaby. We're just going to hold him up, hold him up. Come on, Diaby, what you got? What you got, son? Nothing. Oh, you missed it. Frimpong again. Give him a shove. Oh, Malacia, well done. That'll do. Right, Rashford, little header in, and he's in. Beautiful pass. Bruno flicks it off. Jadon, he will have the legs here. Right, who's in the box? Back post. All right, that's an interesting pass. I used L1 and R1 there to try and do the other type of cross. Absolutely pants. Jadon, there we go. Oh, he's offside, but get that one out wide. Lovely. Get in the box. Dalot. Dink it. Chance. Can win the header. Comes back to Rashford. Deflection. Anthony. Good save by the goalie. And Bayer Leverkusen all over the shop at the moment. The pressure mounting. Here comes Arangues. And remember, my name pronunciation, often comical yet beautifully done. So don't be coming in here slagging me off with the name pronunciation. I know how to pronounce names. I'm doing what Speed does, to be honest, and just to fake it. All right, get in there. Oh, no. Get close to him. This is where they'll start playing. You can see they're not playing crazy tick-attacker. They are knocking it, but they're not going mad, and they're still working it around here. This is a lovely move, and that's a great deflection. I think it actually came off their own player. Yeah, let's do it. Let's bring him on. Cristiano. It's time for Ronaldo to make an appearance. This is what all the fans have been waiting for, I'm sure. But we've got to get Ronaldo back to scoring consistently. But Rashford had a reasonable game. But once we start playing with the tactics as well, then I think we'll start seeing a lot better performances from ourselves. Come on, lads. That's not a great pass. All right, Varane. I mean, some of you might think this is too slow, but I'm like, this is generally the pace I like. Because if it just becomes... Oh, there we go. The AI love to try and slide in. They still kind of do that annoying shimmying, so you're going to have to deal with it on world class. You put it on legendary, you don't see it as much, but... Yeah, in time, we can always adjust things. As I've mentioned 1,000 times. Right, anyway, here is Schick. Diaby gets it back. Stay with him. Stay with him. Stay with him. And well done, Martinez. Manages to clear the lines. Baker. Get up. Well done. Right, chance to break. Go on, Ronaldo. Go on. Have that for a pass. It's not bad, you know. And Ronaldo, oh, the way he fell there was absolutely brilliant. I love that. Oh, Ronaldo's got in the way of it, and he's given a handball or something. Yeah, let's bring on Fred. It's pre-season. We'll make some changes when needed. Also, regarding matches, I want you guys to let me know. Personally, for myself, I do like to generally do 2 matches an episode and show, you know, the highlights, but I'm going to show you a good amount of highlights. But if you guys want to see more of, like, the match, let me know. If you want to see just highlights, let me know. You guys are the ones watching these videos, so yeah, I can't tell. All right, we've got another foul here. We're actually seeing some fouls, which is nice. Right, we've got to do this. We're going to go an absolute knuckle shot. Let's try and find it. Where is it? There it is. Knuckle. It's got a bit of bend on it. Right, here we go. Come on, Ronaldo. Oh, blimey. Did you see the pace on that? If that had gone to the left... Woo, that goalie. One thing I would say, if you are playing on manual passing, R1 and X is a real... Nothing? We'll bring that back and give him a booking. But R1 and X is a really nice way to ping it around when you need to play those longer passes. Go on, get on your bike. There you go. Right, Ronaldo's in the box. Where you at, Cristiano? Not a good ball in, Malacia. Pathetic, son. All right, the keeper takes claim, and he's probably going to roll this out. There he goes. 4 minutes till the break. Not the break, till the full-time whistle. It's been an all right game. I don't think it's been terrible. It'd probably be quite a realistic result if it did happen in the real world. First game of the pre-season. Still trying to find your feet. Bayer Leverkusen have had a few chances. We've had a few chances. Well done, Dalot. Bruno. No, Bruno. Bruno's feeling a little bit off. Well done, Dalot. I do feel like you need someone like Casemiro in the middle. Because... oh, blimey, lads. Casemiro really does help you just kind of cementing the middle of the park. But there we have it. One apiece. Could have been worse. And there is Shickety-Dickety. I have to say, Anthony's face is absolutely amazing. No, it's not. There's some work needed to be done. It's amazing how some faces on this game mind-blowingly good, and some it's like they really just didn't care at all. So there we have it. 7 attempts to 3. So there was some attempts. They had some possession. And, yeah, it could have been far worse. Could have been far better. So let's have a look at the quick group. Very, very quickly. There it is. The La Team. Obviously, that is some sort of, what is this? Oh, it's some long, big group. Okay, well, we're 4th right now. We'll be taking on, is it Napoli, I think, in the next episode. No, we're not. We're taking on this team. Yeah, we're taking on this team. All right, fair enough. Anyway, folks, I'm going to have to end it there because I am missing the United game. They've already started, and I've got to go and watch it. So we are going to kick things off now. At least we've got things rolling. That's the plan. Let me know about the settings, how you thought the match looked, all that stuff. As I said, I want to make this the most realistic playthrough on YouTube that you can get. All right, so if that's not something for you, this won't be the series for you. But that's how I like to play. And yeah, we'll dive into the season. Let's have a look at the calendar real quick before we do end things here. Just to see what is going on. And this is where you can also change if you want to schedule rules and stuff. But yeah, we've got our pre-season match there. Then we're taking on, I think that is what, Napoli. And yes, yes, yes. Then we'll move into the next month. What are you doing? Just go to the next month. There we go. Blimey. And yeah, the first game will against Leeds. Then we've got Real Sociedad, Fulham, Man City already. Cool, blimey. So yeah, tough matches to start. But yeah, once we get things going, we will get things going. Anyway, from myself and Manchester United, we'll be back in episode number 2. Hopefully tomorrow, or very quickly. It will not take long. We'll get these episodes going. Until next time, take care.